Since we know the cell is somewhat like an apartment made up of different rooms, let's now take a closer look at these individual rooms which we call organelles. Positioned near the center of the cell, and perhaps one of the most important organelle is the cell nucleus. The nucleus contains the cell's genetic material called DNA, or one might call it the genetic blueprint of life. The nucleus is often regarded as the command center of the cell as it directs all the cellular activities, acting just like the brain of the cell. The nucleus also contains a cellular structure called the nucleolus, which is responsible for making the protein-building machinery within the cell. And these protein builders are called ribosomes, which are able to float within the cell medium called cytosol, or reside on an interconnected network of membrane-enclosed sacs called the endoplasmic reticulum, or ER in short. As parts of the ER are studded with these ribosomes, giving rise to an uneven and rough appearance, we also call this region of the ER the rough endoplasmic reticulum, or RER in short. Due to the fact that the RER contains a large number of ribosomes, its primary function is also associated to protein production. To create a fully functional protein, production is only the first step. Another organelle called the Golgi apparatus also comes into play. Proteins produced are transported to the Golgi apparatus located just next to the RER, where it aids in modifying, packaging, and exporting the protein to its final destination of use. To contrast the rough endoplasmic reticulum, there's also the smooth endoplasmic reticulum known as SER in short. One contrasting difference from the RER is its comparatively smoother appearance due to the absence of ribosomes. And if you regard the RER as a protein production plant, the SER would then be a lipid and steroids production plant. With the cell constantly producing lots of materials for its own or other cells' use, there has to be an efficient transportation and storage system within the cell. Bubble-like organelles called vesicles are able to enclose small molecules within them, acting just like a vehicle, helping to move materials from one part of the cell to other parts of the cell. Similar in composition to vesicles are the vacuoles, which are essentially large vesicles responsible for the storage of materials within the cell, acting like the cell's warehouse. As important as producing and storage of materials are, the cell also needs a means to get rid of materials that are no longer required. The lysosome, containing a variety of digestive enzymes capable of breaking down virtually any kind of molecules within the cell, acts like a waste incineration and disposal center that helps the cell get rid of any unwanted molecule. And of course, all the above mentioned processes would not be possible without energy. The cell also has its own means of producing the energy it needs to sustain all cellular processes. The mitochondria functions like a power generator within the cell to produce the energy in the form of adenosine triphosphate molecules, or ATP in short. These ATP molecules act like energy carriers within the cell, moving throughout the cell, powering up cellular processes. Other important components that make up the cell includes the cell membrane, which acts like a wall or barrier to help create the cell boundary and assist in material exchange. The centrosome, which is associated to the cytoskeleton, helps the cell maintain its shape and structure integrity. And these will be covered in greater details in the upcoming topics.